everyone, welcome back to what was supposed to be a vlog and is now more of a chatty sit down video. Bit of a story time for you all, so grab a brew, grab a biscuit, a little snack, get yourselves comfy because I got a little tale to tell. Strap yourselves in. It's actually not that exciting. I don't know why I'm building it up so much. So, the final week. So on Wednesday the 11th of March. Let me check that. Yeah, Wednesday the 11th of March, we did our final showing, which was kind of just a culmination of, it was just showing stuff we'd worked on, all based around ourselves. So we had, along the course, had written lots of like stream of consciousness pieces about our personal lives, our family history, our parents, or lack thereof, our, what else was there? Our memories, grandparents, great-grandparents, ancestors, whatever. And that was, all these that were just kind of written off the bat were then taken and edited into a script, and we showed it to strangers, which was quite interesting, like showing some quite personal stuff for some of us to people that you have never met before, but it was incredibly revealing. So, did our showing morning of Wednesday. Then that afternoon we travelled to a town called Paide, which was about an hour 15 away from Tallinn on coach, and that was where our acting teacher had his theatre in his theatre company. So we worked there for the rest of Wednesday, and then stayed in a hostel Wednesday night. A few of us didn't really sleep that well, myself included, which was not a reflection on the hostel, I don't think. It was just the fact that I was in a different place, and this was when tensions were starting to rise with the coronavirus. So I woke up Thursday morning, so Thursday the 12th now, to a message saying ring me from my parents. And essentially the problem was my flight home at the end of my placement was supposed to be on Sunday the 15th, and to make it easier for me and my family to be able to pick me up, I was supposed to fly to Manchester Airport, but there are no direct flights from Tallinn to Manchester. So the flight that I was going to get changed in Copenhagen in Denmark, and the problem was that it hit the news on the Wednesday night in like midnight that Denmark, along with a lot of European countries, were starting to close the borders, starting to turn away flights from certain countries. And this, like the speed at which this was happening was literally overnight. So even though it was Thursday and I didn't fly until the Sunday, and at that point I think there was only a few cases in Estonia of coronavirus, my parents were like, we want you home. And I was also like, I want to go home too. I don't really want to be stuck in Estonia, as gorgeous as this country was. I didn't want to be trapped there for the foreseeable future. So, bit of a stressful day Thursday. I managed to, after talking to my acting teacher and numerous phone calls, managed to book a flight ticket for the next day for Friday. It was a direct one from Tallinn to Edinburgh, which is still closer to where I live from London. It's about a 2.5, 3 hour drive. So that was still better than the Manchester one, just in case that Sunday flight did get cancelled. And I think it did in the end. So it was quite good that I flew home on the Friday. So yeah, managed to book all that on the Thursday. Thursday evening we had a big like farewell dinner that was planned anyway. And then the Friday we were all supposed to go on a little walk to the next village from Paide and get the train back to Tallinn from there. And instead, just in case, because I hadn't packed anything by this point, like all of the stuff I'd accumulated from 2 months of living in an apartment, not packed at all. And I was getting pretty stressed by this point. So I got one of the first coaches back from Paide to Tallinn. So yeah, so I got back to Tallinn first thing Friday the 13th. Friday the 13th. That explains it, doesn't it, really? Yeah, so packed, managed to clean the apartment that I was staying in. The rest of them were flying home on the Sunday. They were getting a direct flight to London, so they didn't really have a problem. Said my goodbyes and went to the airport and flew home. And it was very abrupt, very sudden end to what was such a monumentous experience of my life. That was a big word, wasn't it? Monumentous. So yeah, got back to Edinburgh, and then my sister and my brother-in-law, God bless their souls, drove up and picked me up and did like a round trip. So like 6 hours driving for my brother-in-law. So thank you, Scott. So yeah, very sudden end, very weird, especially coming back. And I mean, I went into voluntary self-isolation because I'd come from a foreign country, I'd been in airports, I didn't want to risk it. And I managed to go out. I went out for a drive once. And then the announcement came of the basically the lockdown of the UK and the quarantining of everyone. So I've kind of spent the past 2 weeks now, I've been home. Just at home doing nothing, which a lot of people are in the same position. This lighting, why is the sun just come out now? What is that? How inconsiderate. I know everyone else who was on a placement in my year, it got stopped before they could finish it, which was a shame. Obviously this is all unexpected, it's unprecedented, no one knows what the right thing to do is. A lot of schools have completely said your placement will not continue. For the people on longer placements, some of them are continuing online lessons. They're hoping they might return there physically, but I don't know if that's going to be possible. So I'm very fortunate that my placement had completely finished when all this kicked off. So that was the end of placement. It kind of just happened. And obviously didn't really vlog it. But anyway, I just wanted quickly, maybe, we'll see how long this video is, to talk about the positives of placement and what I learned being there. So before all this corona nonsense kicked off, I saw the placement as an opportunity, I mean, for me, it was like hitting the refresh button. Like, it's hard to explain, but I think you can sometimes get stuck in a rut, or at least I probably did, when having the same teachers and the kind of working with the same people, and you try and make it new and interesting. But before I went on the placement, I was feeling very, like, I wasn't very motivated, and I was thinking like, yeah, I kind of want to do this in the future, but I don't really know. And then going on placement, so you've got new teachers. I mean, the group was people I've worked with before, but we were all in the same situation, that we were working with new teachers, a new cultural background, so a new teaching style, different lessons, studying different things, and it was very much an opportunity for us all to push ourselves in a completely fresh environment. And personally, I definitely succeeded in doing that. It was tough. I might have been able to push myself further. Actually, no, I don't think I could have. I think I challenged myself to the best of my ability. My camera cut out. But anyway, yeah, so placement, refresh, all of that good stuff. So yeah, for me, I came out of the placement feeling really inspired. I mean, a lot of this chat is going to sound ridiculously cheesy, but it's true. I was introduced to all these new techniques and styles, and hearing the stories of different people and working the way we did with our own personal texts was something I thought was just brilliant. And I thought, this is how I want to work. I think if you took what we did and placed that into, I don't know, like a community setting, like a youth theatre or community theatre kind of thing, and took people's true stories and told them to an audience, that would work wonders in so many different ways. You'd be able to devise completely fresh material. And also, I mean, I've written a lot about this because we have to write a journal, and I've been doing lots of reflections and all that kind of stuff. But there's something so complex about humans and human nature, and I think when you're an actor playing a character, you forget or underappreciate the complexity and the detail that is within every single person's life and affects every single thing that they do. And also, as an actor, being able to tell your own story and being able to be yourself on stage is really revealing and quite I don't know what the word is. Like, I think a lot of actors and a lot of people who get into acting do so because they can be on stage behind a character. Behind's not the right word, but you know what I mean. And when you can strip all that off and completely be yourself, which is one of the most vulnerable things you can do, if you can do that with confidence and connect with an audience being yourself, then I think that improves your skill as an actor so much, because you now have that basis of, you understand who you are on stage, and now you can add the other levels of performance onto it. I'm hoping this makes sense. I feel like it doesn't, but I'm rolling with it anyway. So yeah, very quick overview of the end of placement, what I thought of it. Obviously, don't really know what the future holds in terms of Erasmus and placements at degree level and all that kind of stuff. But if you are ever offered the chance to go study somewhere else and you are a bit apprehensive about it, I would say just go for it, because it was one of the best things I could have done, and it has solidified in my mind the kind of performer, director, writer I want to be. And I've definitely, in only 8 weeks, a really short period of time, I've matured and challenged myself and learnt so much. I just need to to remember it and keep it up and not fall into a state of isolation, as it's quite easy to do right now. But I hope you enjoyed this very chatty video. As always, if you have any questions, queries, comments, whatever, ask them in the comments, message me, all that jazz. And also would like to take this opportunity, of course, I started my YouTube back up because I was going away on placement. Now I'm back from placement. I would like to still make videos, but I don't know what. So if you have any ideas of content you'd like me to create, please also let me know that as well. That would be really appreciated. As always, like the video if you enjoyed it, give us a cheeky little comment, and subscribe, please subscribe, because I know so many of you watch my videos and I can see it in the analytics that 91% of people who watch my videos are not subscribed. So just hit that little subscribe button, like there or there, one of the two. It'll be around here somewhere if I figure out how to work YouTube. Subscribe! And hopefully I will see you soon. Thank you for watching. See you later.